Hello, and welcome to Homestudies e-learning for advanced. Thanks for joining us. In this video, we'll take a look at Advanced Part 2, Proposal Writing, how to compose a persuasive proposal. In this video, we're going to look at task information, go over proposal structure, analyze the difference between formal and informal writing, and check out the functional language of persuasion. But before you get started, it's a good idea to print out the PDF handout of this unit so you can easily make notes and underline key information during the tasks. Or, if you don't have a printer, you can download it to a different device and use a highlighting tool for note-taking. Task information. Now, the target reader is usually a business or an academic superior. The aim is to present suggestions and back them up with facts in order to convince the target reader to take action. The functional language is usually description, recommendation, and persuasion. And the style is formal and neutral. Proposal structure. Now, all proposals have a title, and they also have subheadings for each body paragraph to make easy reading for your superior. The introduction is usually the place where you state the aim of the proposal, and the main body paragraphs often include describing an institution, a situation, etc., then recommending improvements or additions to this institution or situation, and convince the reader to implement these changes. Finally, the conclusion is usually the reinforcement of the persuasion. Now it's time for a task. Who is the target reader? So pause the video and press play when you're ready to go on. And the answer is the university. Next question. What is the aim? So pause the video and press play when you're ready to continue. And the answer is the institution has asked students to write a proposal of what they would like to see in the center. And the next question, what are the content points? So pause the video and press play when you're ready to progress. And the answer is, discuss what you think should be included and why in order to improve the overall experience of the student population. Formal and informal writing. Each task requires a different style of writing. So essays, formal letters to bosses or employers, reports and proposals are all formal. Reviews, however, are semi-formal. And informal letters, such as letters to friends and family, are all informal. Now it's time for a task. So which is the formal and informal sentence, and why? So pause the video and press play when you're ready to go on. So, the informal sentence is the first one, because this is an active sentence. The subject does the verb to the object. On the other hand, the second sentence is formal. This is due to the fact that it's a passive sentence. The next one. Which is the formal and informal sentence, and why? So pause the video and press play when you're ready to continue. So, the first sentence is formal. This is due to the fact that there are no abbreviations. However, the second sentence is informal. This uses an abbreviation. Next, which is the formal and informal sentence and why? Pause the video and press play when you're ready to review. So, the first sentence is formal. This is because it avoids contractions. On the other hand, the second sentence is informal, as it uses a contraction. Next, which is the formal and informal sentence and why? So pause the video and press play when you're ready to progress. So, The first sentence is informal. This is because you use a phrasal verb. In formal sentences, you want to avoid phrasal verbs. Next, which is the formal and informal sentence, and why? Pause the video and press play when you're ready to go on. So, the first sentence is informal. This is because you do not use colloquial words and phrases in formal sentences. On the other hand, in formal sentences, you want to use formal words and phrases, like furthermore, whereas, or on the other hand. Next question. Which is the formal and informal sentence, and why? Pause the video and press play when you're ready to continue. So, the first sentence is formal. This is because you always write out the organization name in full, and then put the acronym in brackets after it. From that point on, you can just use the acronym. In this case, WHO. Next, which is the formal and informal sentence, and why? So pause the video and press play when you're ready to continue. And the formal sentence is the second. This is due to the fact that you should use specific vocabulary. Avoid generic verbs such as get, have, and take. These all have multiple meanings, so use their specific meaning. So get, for example, can mean receive or understand. In this case, we use received. And lastly, which is the formal and informal sentence, and why? Pause the video and press play when you're ready to progress. The formal answer is the first. This is due to the fact that you should be succinct. The second sentence read, driving quickly against each other. Now this can all be summed up with one verb, race. Now let's have a look at functional language, persuasion. Now the purpose of persuasion is to convince the reader to believe in an idea or an opinion, or to get them to do something. Now it's time for a task. Functional language, persuading. So, for each sentence below, fill in the missing word. So pause the video and press play when you're ready to continue. So let's take a look at the answers. Number 1. There's no denying the fact that this is a very generous offer. Number 2. Management must admit that the IT department is in dire need of an overhaul. Number 3. I can tell you from experience that these products are of excellent quality. Number 4. It is essential for our subsidiaries to act now in order to cut costs. Number 5. The Council is being strongly urged to vote in favour of expanding the bus route. Number 6. I'm sure that you will agree that the package on offer is excellent value for money. Number 7. We can assure you that building a sound infrastructure is an excellent long-term strategy. Number 8. I'm certain you will not regret taking advantage of the low share price. So take note of all of the phrases in bold, as they can be used in any situation where you need to persuade. Now it's time for the final task. Why are the words and phrases in bold informal? And how can you make them formal? So pause the video and press play when you're ready to continue. Let's look at the first one. So instead of CAU, we could write California Arts University, and then, in brackets, put the acronym. From this point on, in the writing, you can use just the acronym. Next, instead of worse for wear, we decided to go with in a state of deterioration. This is due to the fact that worse for wear is a very colloquial adjective. Next, instead of I am, we wrote the student union is. Well, this is due to the fact that I is very personal, and this is a very neutral piece of writing. Therefore, always remove yourself, such as I and we. Next. Instead of you will, we used you will. This is because you will is a contraction. We want to avoid these in formal writing. Next. Instead of one final thing, which is a very colloquial linking word, we use lastly. Next. Instead of uni, we wrote out university. This is due to the fact that you want to avoid abbreviations. However, this is not a hard and fast rule, because if you've used university earlier in the writing, you may want to use uni at some point to show your range of vocabulary. But definitely use uni later down in the essay. Now, say is too generic. We use the word say in many ways, such as promise, whisper, or in this case, reveal. Lastly, instead of a really cool opportunity, this is too colloquial. This is a very colloquial adjective. Therefore, we went with an amazing. And that's the end of Advanced Part 2, Proposal Writing. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I hope it's been clear and entertaining. Now, before you leave, I just want to give you one final tip. Don't overthink what you've learned. Focus on expressing the ideas and things you want to say in your writing. Remember, do the practice activities and quizzes in this module to consolidate the techniques you've just learned. So, as this is the final video, I wish you the best of luck in your exam.